The moonlight used to trace your smile, a gentle silver hue, reflected in your eyes, a world I thought I knew. We'd walk through whisper nights beneath the sky so vast, believing in forever, built to surely last. But then the colors started to bleed, a subtle slow decay. The laughter lost its sparkle and the light just slipped away. I saw you change, a quiet shift, a turning of the tide, and in that dawning realization, a part of me just died. The words you spoke grew sharp and cold, like frost upon a pane. A distance grew between us, a growing, gnawing pain. The warmth I'd always felt, a comfortable embrace, began to feel like embers fading from this place. And then the colors started to bleed, a subtle slow decay. The laughter lost its sparkle and the light just slipped away. I saw you change, a quiet shift, a turning of the tide, and in that dawning realization, a part of me just died. I searched for what was lost, for the person I adored, but the mirror showed a stranger, a story unexplored. Was it something that I did? Was there a path I missed? Or is this just the way it is? Life etched with a different twist. 'Cause then the colors started to bleed, a subtle slow decay. The laughter lost its sparkle and the light just slipped away. I saw you change, a quiet shift, a turning of the tide, and in that dawning realization, a part of me just died. The piano plays a mournful tune, a melody so low, each note a fragile memory of a love I used to know. I saw you change, and now I have to let you go, let you go. The sheets are pulled too tight above the mattress line, a soldier's perfect fold where your feet used to entwine. I stopped leaving the coffee pot half full 3 weeks ago, but the muscle memory aches, a rhythm I don't know. I walk the 3 short steps from the sink to the counter, And for a half a second I still expect to encounter that crooked little smile, that habit of standing too close. Now the air here is thin, this quiet is ferocious. It wasn't a slow fade or a dramatic cutting sound. It was just that deep, cold realization I finally found. The silence doesn't break, the door will only open for me. And the clock keeps spinning, cruelly independently. Oh, I lost you like I lost the blueprint to my own heart, like pulling out a thread that tears the whole design apart. I'm a ship floating out past the reach of any shore, knowing every mile drift just hurts a little more. You weren't just a person, you were the steady ground I walked upon. And I didn't know how weak the ceiling was until the roof was gone. I am haunted by the shape of the life that isn't there, and the sickening slow weight of this too much empty air. Sweater out today just for the smell, but it only holds the memory. It doesn't wear you well. It hangs on my shoulders heavy, smelling falsely clean, a cruel reminder of a place that stands forever in between. The laughter that was real and this dull flat reality. I found a receipt for silly things we bought recklessly, that cheap plastic dinosaur, the wine we didn't like. And I miss the argument we had, the way we used to fight. I search for your reflection every time I pass the glass, hoping if I look hard enough this nightmare just might pass. But the mirror doesn't lie, the light only shines on me, and the clock keeps spinning, cruelly independently. Oh, I lost you like I lost the blueprint to my own heart, like pulling out a thread that tears the whole design apart. I'm a ship floating out past the reach of any shore, knowing every mile I drift just hurts a little more. You weren't just a person, you were the steady ground I walked upon. And I didn't know how weak the ceiling was until the roof was gone. I am haunted by the shape of the life that isn't there, and the sickening slow weight of this too much empty air. If grief is just the echo of the joy you left behind, then why can't I remember what it looked like when you shined? I'm running out of pictures where your eyes are truly bright. Am I losing the memory or just the will to fight? I just need one small sign, a feather or a key, to prove that I was anchored once before you drifted free. It's not the big things, no, it's the silent, permanent gap where my hand used to reach for you. And I lost you, I lost you. I lost you. We were sitting on your kitchen floor, you were tracing lines on the ground, talking theories about the city, talking plans for getting out. And I remember thinking how perfect the symmetry was, how easy we fit. But while you were just speaking the truth, I was already making a commitment. You were talking about a project, or maybe it was the book you couldn't finish. And I nodded, pretending to listen, while my mind ran miles in an instant. That second week of November, when the air turned sharply cold, you hadn't even realized the story had already started to unfold. Oh, I fell first. It was a head start that I never asked for, standing alone on the platform, watching the train pull away from the shore. And I built the first half of the bridge, only to find myself waiting in the quiet, awful distance where your casualness was suffocating. I fell first, and I hated the sound of my own echo coming back at me. Do you know how hard it is to hold a secret that's wearing your shame? To censor every touch, to measure out every calculated escape. To sit across the table and talk about anyone else but the two of us, pretending that my hands weren't shaking every time your knee brushed the bus. I was a master of practiced indifference, a terrible kind of actress, trying to keep my weight balanced, fighting the physical gnosis. 'Cause you were allowed to move slowly, you were allowed the luxury of time, while I was holding my breath in the deep end, pretending the surface was mine. Oh, I fell first. It was a head start that I never asked for, standing alone on the platform, watching the train pull away from the shore. And I built the first half of the bridge, only to find myself waiting in the quiet, awful distance where your casualness was suffocating. I fell first, and I hated the sound of my own echo coming back at me. It's unfair, isn't it, to be the pioneer of a feeling, to have the script written out, but have to wait for your own healing. I wanted to shake you gently and ask, do you see it yet? Because if you don't hurry, I might forget how to breathe without regret. And I wondered if you'd ever catch up, or just wave politely from the side and leave me swimming in a sea of affection that I had nowhere to hide, to hide and hide. Ooh. But now you've stepped onto the platform, now the train is arriving at the shore. You whisper those 3 words and I don't feel quite so bruised anymore. You finally cross the rest of the bridge and we meet exactly in the middle. But I still remember the drop, the terror of solving that lonely riddle. I fell first, and though you found me, I still feel the distance sometimes. You've caught up now, you've caught up now, but I still listen for the echo of that 3-month silence, when I was utterly alone in the sound of falling in. coffee is still warm, and the sun is weak today. I balance three small things: a mug, a breath, a reason not to shake. I watched the clock hand jump. It was a louder sound than any damage done to this ground I'm built upon. I don't shatter, I just fold up small. Hairline crack against the kitchen wall. No dramatic scene, no fist against the door. I break quietly, it's always been before. The neighbors hear the washing machine hum. They hear the traffic noise. They don't hear the subtle run of silence when I lose my voice. I stood before the looking glass, a moment too long held. The lie I had to sell is that the frame is well. Vocal crack note, the emphasis on running held should involve a slight vocal hesitation or breathiness. This maintenance is heavy, wider than my shoulders, keeping everything steady, turning the hot into colder, and the pieces fall with no percussion. No visible dust, it's harder to be still than to must. I don't shatter, I just fold up small. Hairline crack against the kitchen wall. No dramatic scene, no fist against the door. I break quietly, it's always been before. The work of being silent is more exhausting than the noise. I am running out of ways to keep the surface flat. I tell my body, you are fine. It doesn't listen back. I am just a leak in an insulated room. The only witness is the ceiling light. I break at noon. The word leak should be almost a whisper. The word light should break. Just to settle inside. No one ever needs to know. Just me here beneath the sky, letting everything go. I learned the rhythm of your sleep, the heavy drag of your tired feet, how you always left the kitchen light on. I warmed the coffee you forgot, smoothed the creases in the rug you walked, just moments after you had gone. I was the wallpaper, quiet blue, the steady orbit you spun through. I built a home inside that waiting space, just hoping you would turn your face. And I was qualified, I was the closing bid, the one who knew exactly what you hid. I had the knowledge, I had the history, but you never chose me. You picked convenience, you picked the easy way, you picked the sun that showed up yesterday. I was the effort, I was the final line, but I was never your design. You never chose me. I remember the October rain, the nights you whispered someone else's name. It wasn't cruel, it wasn't loud or sharp, it was just the sound of a closing heart. I watched you fold up all my kindness like a borrowed sweater, slightly mindless, and hand it back clean and unwrinkled, so no trace of my warmth was mingled. I should have known, then I should have learned that a candle only lights the thing it's burned. And I was qualified, I was the closing bid, the one who knew exactly what you hid. I had the knowledge, I had the history, but you never chose me. You picked convenience, you picked the easy way, you picked the sun that showed up yesterday. I was the effort, I was the final line, but I was never your design. Chose me. Maybe I mistook devotion for a guarantee, or maybe I thought that loyalty could somehow override the blueprint, the first draft that you held tightly and never cast aside for me. And isn't that the loneliest relief, to know that you weren't blinded by my grief? You just saw me standing still and knew I always would and always will. And I was qualified, I was the closing bid, the one who knew exactly what you hid. I had the knowledge, I had the history, but you never chose me. You picked convenience, you picked the easy way, you picked the sun that showed up yesterday. I was the effort, I was the final line, but I was never your design. I was never your design. I was the one who stayed up late, you never chose me. The coffee is still warm and the sun is weak today. I balance three small things: a mug, a breath, a reason not to shake. I watch the clock hand jump, it was a louder sound than any damage done to this ground I'm built upon. I don't shatter, I just fold up small, a hairline crack against the kitchen wall. No dramatic scene, no fist against the door. I break quietly, it's always been before. The neighbors hear the washing machine hum, they hear the traffic noise, they don't hear the subtle run of silence when I lose my voice. I stood before the looking glass a moment too long, held the lie I had to sell. Is that the frame as well? Vocal crack, note the emphasis on running. Hell should involve a slight vocal hesitation or breathing this. This maintenance is heavy, wider than my shoulders, keeping everything steady, turning the hot into colder. And the pieces fall with no percussion, no vision. shoulders fold up small, a hairline crack against the kitchen wall. No dramatic scene, no fist against the door. I break quietly, it's always been before. The work of being silent is more exhausting than the noise. I am running out of ways to keep the surface flat. I tell my body you are fine. It doesn't listen back. I am just a leak in an insulated room. The only witness is the ceiling light. I break at noon, though the word leak should be almost a whisper. The word light should break. Just a settling sigh. No one ever needs to know, just me here beneath the sky. Go, 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 go. The moonlight spills like a silver tear across the floorboards, cold and bare, where once we danced with hearts alive. Now only shadows fill the night. I trace the cracks in this empty space, a map of memories time cannot erase. Each splinter whispers a forgotten vow, a ghost of laughter, I hear it now. I built a world with fragile hands on shifting sands across forgotten lands. A castle tall, a love so true, but the tide rolled in and washed it through. Oh, shattered dreams like fragile glass, scattered fragments as moments pass. A symphony of what used to be, playing out in this lonely sea. Each broken shot, a stinging gleam, reflecting back a broken dream. And in the wreckage all I find is the echo of what's left behind. I see your face in every cloud that drifts, a phantom warmth, a cruel sweet gift. The scent of rain on summer air reminds me of a love beyond compare. We painted futures bright and bold, a story that would never grow old. But ink ran dry, the colors bled, and silent words remained unsaid. I wove a tapestry with threads of gold, a future promised, brave and bold, a haven built for us to keep. But the storm arrived while I was asleep. Oh, shattered dreams like fragile glass, scattered fragments as moments pass. A symphony lost to me, a silent, sad eternity. I remember the twilight, the way the light fell on your earnest face, a story you tell of a future woven in threads of gold and grace, a haven for my soul, a sacred timeless space. You took my trembling hand beneath the sky so wide and whispered words of forever where secrets could hide. I believed every syllable, pure as morning dew, never dreaming that us could ever break in two. But a shiver runs through me now, recalling that sweet sound, a premonition I ignored on hallowed ground, a whisper of the fragile, a truth I couldn't face, that even purest light can vanish without a trace. And now I stand among the fragments, cold and sharp on the floor, the shattered promise of a love I can't restore. 1,000 tiny pieces reflecting back my pain, the ghost of what you swore, washed away by the rain of bitter tears that fall for what will never be, a broken silent vow echoing through me. The silence in these rooms, it screams a lonely tune, where laughter used to dance beneath the summer moon. Every memory's a dagger, plunging ever deep into the quiet grave, where all our dreams now sleep. I walk through empty hallways, searching for a trace of the warmth that filled this heart, now just an empty space. The blueprint of our life, meticulously drawn, now a crumpled, torn up map before the breaking dawn. And that shiver runs through me again, recalling your sweet sound, a premonition I ignored on hallowed ground, a whisper of the fragile, a truth I couldn't face, that even purest light can vanish without a trace. And now I stand among the fragments, cold and sharp on the floor, the shattered promise of a love I can't restore. 1,000 tiny pieces reflecting back my pain, the ghost of what you swore, washed away by the rain of bitter tears that fall for what will never be, a broken silent vow echoing through me. I try to gather them, these slivers of what was, but they only cut my hands without a single pause. A mosaic of sorrow, meticulously laid, by the cruelest architect, promises betrayed. How could such a fortress, built on trust and grace, collapse into this rubble, leaving not a trace? Just the stinging residue of a love turned to dust, and the bitter hollow taste of a broken trust. And now I stand among the fragments, cold and sharp on the floor, the shattered promise of a love I can't restore. 1,000 tiny pieces reflecting back my pain, the ghost of what you swore, washed away by the rain of bitter tears that fall for what will never be, a broken silent vow echoing through me. Just an echo, whisper of forever, fading now into the quiet. Only the fragments remain, and the endless aching rain.